6 stops.
It'll be crowded one.
Here we go.
First to let them out.
The gates open. And jump on. Can you hear the music?
Hey girl. We can geek together.
Okay, so this is like the check-in with you guys. End of day, and I'm in the hotel room. I'm in for the night. And so I just kind of wanted to give you the rundown of my collected thoughts. So I spent a good chunk of the day in the office today, and it was, oh my goodness, it was eye-opening. Ding! It's like really eye-opening to see all the different departments. And like I said earlier, teachers, we super duper 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 outnumber the customer service department. And then there's other departments. There's the I know you guys have asked about how they recruit families. So I got to see that department. So the team, so if you're thinking like, maybe you're thinking like, you know, like AT&T, T-Mobile, cell phones, right? You go into the store, you ask about the cell phone, and they get to show it to you. I'm like, ooh. But no, it's not like that. Like, I thought it was just like this huge storefront, and people just come in and be like, oh yeah, so I'm interested in some data service. But no, not at all. They actually have a team that contacts parents, or parents can call in and ask about data, and they get these packages together. Everything they do is like over the phone and internet with the parents too. So you guys, when we get in those little like tiny ones, then, or you know, those really like the older ones, I mean, they don't really see or interview these children, but they go off of what the parent is looking for. So for you guys getting those babies, don't get discouraged, because, well, personally, I love them. I love teaching. I mean, I haven't had any babies, but I wouldn't mind it. But don't get discouraged, because they actually do everything over the phone, and they go off of what the parents say, then they put all that into the system, and sometimes it's a baby. Sometimes it's a baby. So when they're scheduling these classes, they don't like assess what the child looks like. And there are times that they do allow the younger ones, because from what I've gathered, me asking questions, the parents are wanting to try it to see how friendly it is, to test it out. And to be completely honest, I have a 2-year-old at home, And if somebody said, oh yeah, he can have a trial class, you best believe I would jump on it, because I truly think that my son is like above average in intelligence. You know, I'm sure almost all parents think that, but I mean, I'd be like, yeah, he can do this. Now, no, he cannot circle. He cannot draw a line. He cannot trace the letters. So see, that's where we have the problem. But I know he can repeat, and he will sit there for that 14 minutes if you're engaging him, and he will pay attention, because I know my son. So I'd be one of those parents to be like, yes, I'm going to sign my son up for some trial classes at Dada ABC. I would do it. But yes, there's a sales team that sits up in the office. They don't see the parents. They don't see these kids. They do everything like how we do it, over the computer, over the phone. You know, well, we don't do it over the phone, but over the computer. That's how they do it. Okay. Now, I got to also see the marketing department. I got to see the training room. You saw, like, I did the little walkthrough of the training room. And so they're constantly training people. And then I got to see the headquarters where they interview, like well, I was in the headquarters, but the part where they interview the teachers. Not teachers. Oh my gosh. And I got to see the part where they interview new Dada employees. So I saw that part, and I actually saw like 3 people in there like filling out applications. Ooh. And so I got to see that. That was pretty cool. I got to see like how the people work, how they collaborate. And so they don't have like closed offices or closed office doors. It's kind of like in America where you would have your cubicles, only they don't have cubicles. It's like long rows, like long tables. If you saw like from the video, like a little bit of it, long tables, and then they just have computers, and everybody's like down the table. So they have their own little computer space, their own chair and everything, but there's no like wall divisor separating them or their space from somebody else's space. They just, hey, they work together and they respect each other's space. And it was like really cool because I got to see them like ask questions across the way, or look to the partner, ask questions. Sometimes they stand up and collaborate and talk about things, and like they go look at something. And I mean, they were really helping each other out. I love it. So I loved it, seeing all that and how they collaborate. And then the customer service department didn't have that many people in there. So there's thousands of us teachers, and there weren't that many people in the customer service department. So I know they said that they're growing, you know, to have a bigger office space so that they can have more people put in place in certain places. And so, but when I did go and I was doing the tour, it was lunchtime, so I didn't get to see everybody. But the people that I did see, there wasn't that many. When we pressed that CS button, yeah, those people that respond to that, there weren't that many of them. there were not that many people in that department. So we have to really be patient, because they're trying to, you know, work this out. And so then think about, we're pushing the button to get help. They're trying to respond to like emails that they have gotten maybe after hours. So they have to catch up on emails and messages, and then they have their meetings and their, you know, refresher trainings and things that they have to, you know, keep up to date on and be on the same page with. And then there's so many of us, and we're like, ding, ding, I need some help over here. Hello. But we outnumber them. We really do. And they're growing. And so this company isn't like a decade or like eons old. So when you think about the growth of this company, it's like, bam! Like really, it's really just that fast. And so they have like exploded. And so they're trying to keep up with, you know, the growth, keep up with the trend of growth. And they're doing wonderful in the community with the students. So there's this summer camp thing coming up, which I'm going to do a special on that next week. I'm so excited. I get to be a part of the Dada summer camp. Fangirl. Okay. I'm back. So I get to be part of the Dada ABC summer camp. And I just can't tell you anymore because you're going to have to wait until that comes out next week. Actually, Sunday, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is the summer camp. And so I'm going to do a special on that. I don't know if I'm going to combine all 4 days or if it'll be each day. I'll let you know. I'll know something for sure. So excited about that. But they really do a lot, like reaching out in the community with the children and keeping them involved, keeping them excited. There was recently a writing contest with Oxford Reading Tree. And I didn't tell you guys this, but I got to judge some of the writings. It was, oh my goodness, reading all of those letters that they wrote. There were 250 entries, and I read every last one of them, and I was one of the judges that helped like choose winners. So out of 250 entries, then we had to narrow it down to, I think it was like 45 winners, like in each age group. There were so many winners, and I got to be a part of that project. I mean, Dada ABC is really doing things, and I'm just, you know, humbled, blessed, excited to be a part of all of that. And so that's going down on Sunday. So I'm going to tell you all about that, what happens with that on Sunday, because I'm going to be able to present the awards and do a little 3-minute speech on that. So I'm just like, 3-minute speech. Okay. I'm back again. I don't think it's that I don't know what to say. It's that I got to keep it down to 3 minutes. You guys know that. But I appreciate you. And so now, as far as the Dada stuff, I told you some of my short-term goals, like very short-term, like this week, next week. So one was to get the little finger grip for my cell phone. Check, you saw that, got that. I asked about it, and they had one extra. My second goal, you guys, is to get a Dada bear. That's my goal. Those things are not for sale. Like I'm just like, where can I get a Dada bear? I want a Dada bear. So that's my second short-term goal. And hopefully that Dada bear just kind of tucks away into my suitcase and makes it back to Oklahoma with me. I'm hoping. So about being brown in China. Oh man, so walking from the hotel. Walking by myself, you know, not only are there like no foreigners here except like the small handful that work at Dada, but there are no brown people. There are no people of color. I mean, of any race, you know, none. None. And so just imagine, here I am. I got some stairs, you guys, but it's not like what you would probably think typically. You know, don't believe the hype. I'm not saying that there hasn't been any like, you know, nastiness that other people have experienced, but as a collective, as a whole, it's not like that. I know this is only day 2 for me, but we've been like all over, at least this part of the city, all over. I mean, we got on the metro today, and people coming and going off and on to the metro, whatever. And I got some stares, but it wasn't anything ugly. It was just like wow, like that type of a stare. And so it was funny. One guy almost fell off his bike. He was, I was like, but everyone's been so welcoming. Like everyone, you know, just nice, just nice. Now, I will tell you, here's some more insight into like cultural difference. If you wonder, like, teachers, you're like, well, you know, sometimes they're so short. It's not that they're being short or being rude with you. It's really a cultural thing. So walking down the street, that's my walking. Okay, this is how I walk. Walking down the street, then, you know, everybody just kind of, you walk right by them and they don't smile. They don't say, hello, how are you? They don't, not even to each other. So, I mean, it's not me. It's, they just pass by. They are focused on where they are going and they mind their business. That's just really how it is. Now, when everyone's in a setting in one room and you're all in a common place in a room, then it's different. Then they would, hello. But just passing by, like on the street, they're just regular business face, resting face all day. That's what I experienced all day, just on the metro. Got on, got off. Now, there was only one child on the metro. It was like, Mommy, look. And then when she said, Mommy, look, I looked too. I was just like, oh, me, that's right. But, I mean, the child was smiling. She was like, look. And so, you know how kids are. And so I looked and I smiled back. And she smiled and I smiled and we were just like that. And the mom looked at the daughter and smiled, looked at me and smiled. And then we just went on about our business. And that's just how it was. So I have been accepted very kindly. And then as we went to each office, Kelsey, she's one of the ladies that I was fortunate to meet on the last trip I took with Dada to Chicago. And so she's been like showing me around and everything. And she took me, her and Way, took me to some offices, different offices inside the building. And she would say, this is our MVT winner from 2017. Everybody was like, asking me, where am I from? How am I? Nice to meet you. Some of them wanted to practice their English skills with me. So it was, I mean, it was a great time. And then I was approached with, hey, what ideas do you have? What do you think about this? How was your flight? So, I mean, very, very friendly. So I tell you this, don't be afraid to apply because you're different. Don't do it to yourself. Just don't do it. You know, like there's ugliness in the world everywhere. I mean, you're not going to run from it no matter where you're at, no matter what country you're in. You're not going to get like 100% just, you know, like hashtag everyone's for everyone. Not 100%. But, I mean, there's going to be something everywhere. I just wanted you guys to know that everybody's just been so nice. The hotel staff here, like I was in the elevator and a couple of the ladies got in, staff here, and she was like asking me, she was like, hello. And she was trying to think of what else to say. So we had like a really short conversation. And then when she was getting off, she was like, good day to you. And I was like, good day, yes, thank you. And so she even did some TPR with me. You know, like when you're doing TPR, she was asking me what floor. And then she said, floor? Well, she didn't say floor, but she was speaking Chinese, but then she held up the number 1 and pointed to the elevator button. And I said, yes, please. And so she pressed 1. She was getting off on a different floor, but she pressed 1 for me. And so I was just like, oh, TPR. You gotta love it, TPR. So while I'm here, I'm still teaching. I'm still mentoring. I did take my, you know how you get the 2-day no penalty. I did take the 2 days for travel purposes to get here. And then the day I got here, I was just like, okay, I need a day to kind of settle in for a little bit. So I don't know what's going on. And I'm glad I did, because I didn't get in until I would have had 30 minutes to get from the airport to the hotel and then log in and start teaching. So I'm glad I did anyways. It was a long flight. But everything was just wonderful. I didn't have a problem. You know, they were just like, when I put in for the days, I did it just like you guys would do. Press CS and requested the time off request. Went to the time off request, requested my days. I even added documentation with my invitation to come to China, because I'm the MVT winner from 2017 and I won the trip. And I was like, hey, Dada has invited me to China. I'm going to be there from this date, I need this off for travel. They were just like, have fun. Yeah. And then it was put in, no hassle. And so one more thing I wanted to show you guys. You saw earlier the fruit. Like, I've never tried dragon fruit before. I'm full tonight, but I ate twice today. Twice. And I'm stuffed. The food here is so authentic. Like, it's so, like, #real. And so I'm going to probably eat this in the morning. It's huge, so I don't know if I'm going to finish it. But there's no refrigerator in the room. There's no microwave. There's, you know, I told you there's no coffee maker, so it's tea. Tea all the way. I got some tea brewing right now. Some detox tea. I like to do a detox before I go to bed. But I was told you just kind of peel this and eat. I don't have a knife or anything. So I was told you just kind of peel the layers off and then eat it. So I will try this tomorrow. I'm going to do a video while I open it so you guys can see what it looks like on the inside if you've never seen or had dragon fruit before. So this is dragon fruit. This is what this looks like. And no, I'm not trying, what is it, durian? That stinky stuff. I think it's probably banned from this hotel anyways. But no, I'm not going to walk around smelling like feet all day. Like the land of 1,000 feet. So no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it now. If there was like some money behind that challenge, I might take the smell like feet challenge, but yeah, so overall, I just wanted you guys to know that it's been a welcoming experience. I found some wonderful news out today that are in the works. And so I can't wait to release this stuff out to you as it goes. And thank you for all the love and support and the following. And, you know, this was Teacher LaShondra signing in. And now, this is Teacher LaShondra signing out. TTMF. And you on number 3, girl. Sipping that tea. I'm in China right now, and it's like 2 a.m. And I've been up since like 10 this morning, China time. No jet lag. I'm still a night owl. Going strong.